This month in World Hockey, we're in tropical Jamaica. The land of Bob Marley has found a new obsession. We take a look back at some vintage action in a brand new segment. Then it's a ride up to the deserts of Sharjah to have a peek at a fun event. And finally, time to meet the unsung heroes and find out what makes the Dutch wall tick. The Asian Games in Doha threw up quite a few surprises. India's disastrous international run continued. They returned without a medal for the first time in these games. Losing a crucial match to China and a draw against Korea in the final pool game stopped India's entry to the semi-final. Traditional rivals Pakistan managed only a bronze medal after beating Japan, but it was a letdown as the Green Brigade were shocked by the Chinese team in the semis. China emerged a surprise finalist, having accounted for former champions India and Pakistan. In the final, against defending champions Korea, China took an early lead, but the speedy Koreans fought back to win 3-1 and bagged their fourth Asian Games gold. Yo Woon Kon emerged the hero, scoring 2 goals for the winners. The Koreans were the only undefeated team in the tournament. South Africa played host to Dutch women's team in the Spa Festival at the Astro Complex. Led by double strikes from captain Minky Boya and Kim Lammers, the world champions recorded a comprehensive 6-0 victory. Eva de Goede and Marty Goderi were the other scorers. After the humiliation by the Dutch, South Africa put up a better show against Germany in their next match, but the Olympic champions eventually pulled off a 3-1 victory. Cool, laid-back Jamaica is a country of warm tropical breezes and a rich cultural heritage. Wherever you go, you can see the indomitable mark left by the great Bob Marley on the entire nation. The island has produced sporting legends like Asafa Powell and Michael Holding, yet it's now finding its feet at hockey. Although sports have been an integral part of Jamaican lifestyle, hockey has only been a late addition. A few have taken up the game at their own peril.
Well, it is more common now, but at first my mother didn't know what it was about. And when she came and saw me play the first time, she was saying that it was kind of dangerous with the stick and the ball and I must be careful. And I'm telling her, Mommy, there are shin guards and stuff to protect you, your protective gears, so you don't have to worry, and I liked it. So she pushed me to do it because I liked it and I enjoyed playing it.
My father was shocked because he wanted me to do track and field. As I said, I was very good at it. I was sent to one of the best track and field schools and I left because there was no hockey. Eventually they were very supportive of me, but they didn't like it much. But I think now by now they should have come around to liking it, yes.
Many sub-junior and junior coaching programs have been organized to find talent, but there's hardly any opportunity to play with the best teams. With limited international exposure, the women's national side has done well in the Pan American Games, finishing 5th not so long ago.
There's a little lull in terms of the development. I came through a very good junior program. High school right through to under 21. Most of the players that I played with at the senior level in the early stages came through an excellent program, but we seem to be lacking in that area right now.
The men's national team has struggled at international level. Although there have been efforts to popularize the game amongst the youth, the lack of exposure to the new techniques remains a drawback.
What hockey in Jamaica is lacking is international exposure. We come and we play here, we play against each other. We know exactly what each other can do. Me, at 36 years old, I shouldn't be able to run with these guys you see out here. But yet, I'm running with them, and probably more than a lot of them. Gone are the days when we used to play hockey because we love it. Some of these guys, they just train because they know, yes, they're going somewhere. They don't go on the tour, then the interest dies.
The Jamaican Hockey Federation has its headquarters at Mona and has recently installed an AstroTurf pitch, which has given players a world-class facility and dreams to make it big in the international arena.
We're improving it in schools. We're trying to seek out the opportunities for ladies. There are opportunities in North America for ladies. We're trying to access those opportunities. Trying to incentivize the system in schools, make it more attractive, entertaining to play hockey. We want to introduce indoor hockey in schools. Now, indoor hockey, you might know, is kind of more spectator-driven. It's a bit more exciting than field hockey. So we want to move into that and hopefully to capture some of those youngsters in the schools.
So how long will it take for Jamaica to challenge the top teams in the world?
I say in another 6-7 years, we should be on track.
To start from where we are now and to win a big championship, it's not less than about 10 years.
In our news segment, Hockey Classics, we'll be showcasing some of the finest moments from the game. Since its inception in 1971, the World Cup has witnessed some high-voltage action. In 1986, England were hosting the big event for the first time and surprised many by reaching the final. But they were up against a strong Australian team who were also looking for their maiden title. The England lineup was led by Richard Dodds and had star forwards Sean Curley and Imran Shawani in its ranks. The Australian team had legends like Terry Walsh and Rick Charlesworth in their lineup.
The first stick to play the ball is that of Terry Walsh of Australia. Went away from Grant Mitten for just that vital second. Yes, and it's gone in. Walsh, the scorer. Terry Walsh taking advantage of a bouncing ball to give Australia the lead, to score his third goal in the championship and to put Australia on top in this final. Came up off the stick of Grimley. Penalty corner given because the ball came up off the pad of Ian Taylor, too close to Grant Mitten. Bestel, the lovely strike, and Australia have a 2-0 lead. But a goal really against the run of play, I think.
It seemed to go far too high. To me, that seemed to go directly and above the backboard, and therefore should have been disallowed.
Look at the cover by the Australians. Go, me go, said Grimley. And it's an England hit. Shawani being held off again. Again an England hit, and that really was what amounted to a cross-check by David Bell. Grimley knocks it straight in this time. Hughes. Shawani. Kelly. Shawani. Yes! No! For a moment it bounced up behind the balls, but it just missed the post. Penalty corner. The ball undercut, played dangerously by the defender. Good save, and cover on the line by Davis. Potter, Curley, Barber, another good save. Still Potter. And it just will not run. Barber. Faulkner. Bora. Obstruction by Hazelhurst. It's good running. Curley gets it in early. Hughes. Shawani! Paul Barber. Yes! John Potter. Well, it rather backs the point that's been made. If you bang the ball into the circle, you quite often get a rebound. The rebound came off the goalkeeper, and Potter on the reverse sticks, finding the empty goal. Curley. Barber. Oof. And Barber knows how close it was. 2.5 minutes left. Inside the last 15 seconds. England's hit. Taylor comes to take it. Forward by Grimley. Stopped by Birmingham. The last 5 seconds. The Australians celebrate. England end this 6th World Cup on top. But Australia take the trophy, winning an excellent final that had 2 very contrasting halves by 2 goals to 1.
So, after finishing 3rd in their previous 2 attempts, Australia won their maiden World Cup title. Later in the programme, we go up to Sharjah and take a desert safari. And we break into the Dutch wall. That's all in part 2 after this break. Germany's victory over Australia in the Men's World Cup final ensures they finish the year on top of the Sahara World Hockey Team rankings. The Aussies trail the Germans by 20 points. World Cup bronze medalists Spain are 3rd. After finishing 7th in the World Cup, the Dutch go into 2007 as the 4th best team in the world. Pakistan hold on to 5th place ahead of Korea, who surprised everyone by entering the semi-final in Mönchengladbach. India's slide down the rankings continues. They're in 7th place. Argentina also pay the price for a lackluster performance, going down to 8th. Fast improving England climb up to 9th. And New Zealand complete the top 10. Netherlands finished the year at the top of the Women's Sahara World Hockey Team rankings after winning the Samsung World Cup title. Runners-up Australia move into 2nd place. Argentina slip down a place and go into 2007 as 3rd best team in the world. Germany's poor show sees them drop a place to 4th, followed by China, also dropping 1 to 5th. Japan's impressive 5th place finish helps them jump 2 places to 6th. Spain's semi-final entry moves them up to 7th. New Zealand dropped 2 places to 8th. Korea also slipped 2 places to 9th. And the United States completes the top 10. Sharjah, an oasis in the desert, is also known as the cultural capital of the United Arab Emirates. On a rare cloudy day in the desert, hockey lovers found their way into the Wanderers Club for a fun hockey tournament. Played on half of a full-size hockey field, the seven-a-side tourney gave the teams an opportunity to field mixed sides with its own set of rules to make the game entertaining.
This is a very interesting tournament. It's a very safe game because here the men are not allowed to hit the ball at all. It's played on two half pitches, and the D is very small, and men are not allowed to hit the ball at all, only push and dribble and scooping in the D only. But if there is no short corner taken here because the D is very small. So if there are 3 short corners rules that I applied, it will be converted into a stroke. And the beauty of the tournament I got involved is on the ladies. Any lady can play for any other team because some of the teams cannot manage to bring ladies, so they can pick up any lady from another team. And the ladies are allowed to hit the ball and do whatever they want. But if a lady scores a goal, it becomes 2. That's the beauty of the rule, because then they will play with the ladies. Otherwise, they normally don't want to play with the ladies. So they know when they are losing by 1 goal, they will definitely try and give the girl to score, the lady to score, because they can win the game.
The tournament had something for everyone. You could see some sparks of brilliance on the field, while others just enjoyed the carnival.
The first time I've ever played these kind of rules. Normally everyone's equal and there's no advantage given to a female. But we're playing, it's good fun.
Hockey in the United Arab Emirates is mainly kept alive by expatriates who form around 90% of the country's population.
Unfortunately, in Dubai, there are no astroturfs with floodlights, and as you know, the weather is very, very hot. So, and people work during the day. We have very few school members, so a lot of people work. So we can only play in the evenings, but that requires floodlights. So we can't find anywhere a full astroturf pitch with floodlights. It's been extremely hard, but we know that there's a lot coming up, and we're quite excited about that and being part of that. But in the meantime, we do have to play tournaments on grass. Back in the UK, I stopped playing on grass when I was 16 years old. I'm 28. So I've been playing on AstroTurf since 16. And then to come back to grass has been very, very hard.
The sport's popularity has diminished over the years, and lack of Emirati enthusiasm hasn't helped.
You haven't got young generation coming and playing this game. There are very few. The reason being is because they don't find it very challenging or enterprising. That's a problem with hockey. Hockey has been around the world, not like as football is or as tennis is, as golf is, where people are paying money. Hockey is people just play for the love of hockey. That's all. These are lovers. These are not professional people. That's the only problem with this game.
All is not lost, however, as the Dubai Sports City is set to launch the World Hockey Academy. Slated for 2008 launch, the academy will offer a training base for teams as well as coaching and rehabilitation facilities.
As education is developing in Dubai and the region, you're finding hockey is becoming a core part of the curriculum for schools. And hopefully in the next generation, you'll see a lot of very strong regional and local players coming through. And of course, with the stadium and the Sports City, I'm really looking forward to seeing that and hockey bringing up its game.
The final of the day-long event pitted the Lusitanians club against the well-fancied Al Madina. With both teams failing to break the deadlock in the 15 minutes of regulation time, the match was forced into a penalty shootout. Al Madina finally emerged victorious by 3-1 to lift the trophy. Being a hockey goalkeeper has always been one of the most difficult jobs in sport, and it's become even more so with the no offside rule, as well as new composite sticks which propel the ball at immense speed. But Guus Vogels, custodian of the Dutch citadel, believes this is just what makes his job so important.
little mistakes is a goal. The difference between winning and losing is very small. That's for me the big challenge of being a goalkeeper. To be honest, I became a goalkeeper because I found it a very exciting job. Especially you're together with a team, which is a nice way to travel and be with your friends. But being a goalkeeper is a special job, and I like the adventure of that, the experience of being a specialist in a team.
It takes balls to be a goalkeeper. The new rules mean that hockey is played at high speeds and there are more shots on goal than ever before. So coaches have evolved more and more specialised methods to train goalkeepers. One of them involves using a bowling machine, a training aid that has never been used in India, but one which has been around for years in Europe.
Well, as you can see, the machine just throws out the balls at a really fast pace. And what it can do is, our trainer, he can work really well with the machine and he can place the ball wherever he wants. So it's a perfect aid to train. It's, you can train everything, the low balls, the high balls, the variations, the corners, and better than with players, because every ball he can get every ball at the same place, and at incredible speed. So it's brilliant for goalkeeper training.
The big advantage is of the ball machine that you can create the same balls time and time again to improve your technique, special skills, and it is a safe way to train fast balls. That's one of the most important things.
Propelling the ball at immense speeds, the machine has made the job of trainers much easier, but it's still foreign to the subcontinent. The machine itself is a simple adaptation of the bowling machine used in the world's cricket academies. The goalkeepers who train with it swear by its effectiveness.
I think it has improved my corner defense a lot. It's a perfect way to, what I said, to get all the balls at any places you want. So when you start goalkeeping, what normally is really hard are the fast balls through the legs, or just not in the corners, but just through the middle. And it improved a lot with me.
Time now for action from the best hockey league in the world. Bloemendaal has been the runaway leader in the men's league, having both FIH Emerging Player of the Year and the Player of the Year in its ranks. Before we catch them in action, let's join a mid-table clash between Den Bosch and Oranje Zwart. With 7 minutes to the final whistle, it was a 2-2 tie. Following a set-piece, Dutch international Matthijs Brouwer struck from close range to regain the lead for Oranje. The typical striker's goal looked enough to fetch full points for his team, but in the dying minutes, penalty corner specialist Hayden Shaw from South Africa converted from another set-piece to snatch a draw for Den Bosch. The powerful hit was Hayden's 11th goal in the league. In another encounter, league leaders Bloemendaal were up against a stubborn Amsterdam team. With the match heading for a goalless draw, Bloemendaal earned a penalty corner in the final minute. And there was no stopping Christopher Zeller, who took his tally to 36 goals to seal victory for Bloemendaal. Bloemendaal are 13 points clear of second-placed HGC in the league table. Amsterdam lie 4th with 21 points. After splitting the points with Oranje Zwart, Den Bosch are on 8th spot with 14 points. That's all for now. Next month we'll have a roundup of all the action from the Women's Champions Trophy in Argentina. See you then.